So I've loads planned for today. I have a few people coming down to do some of the kind of more mundane jobs of sanding and painting, mainly to free me up to do some of the more annoying jobs. I've got to fit up and wire the engine. I've got to put the waterline on and things like that, and it's great to have people come down and just throw their time at the sanding, and without that I'd be so much further behind. I also want to make sure that the boat doesn't fall over when I cut off those metal supports. So right now there are two supports on each side that are welded to the actual hull, and I really need to cut those off because I want to do the last bit of fairing, and I want to get the boat one more big heavy coat on the boat. So yeah, once we get those off, the boat will actually be a lot less permanent too, which would be really cool. So right now we're kind of following Building Brewpeg's philosophy of dump and run. So I want to get the boat in the water for the middle of August. So right now it's all go to get the really critical floaty jobs done so the boat doesn't sink when we launch it. And at that point I'll hopefully have a full rig that I can use. The engine will have to be perfect before I put the boat in the water, and all of the painting will have to be done below the deck. I'm going to leave the interior and try and move the boat a bit closer to home, or home, I say home, that's home, closer to where I work, because right now it's a 2-hour drive to get to the boat, which is an absolute pain. So if I can get the boat a bit closer to where I work, at least then I can work on it every day after I do my normal 40-hour week. So yeah, that's the plan, and if it all comes to pass, then we should be good to go. So this is Sean, and he's given me a hand marking out the waterline. And Sean got in touch with me on YouTube and said, can you give me a hand? And you can see my crew are up on deck.
They're all eating lunch.
They're all eating lunch and we're working away. I'm pretty sure they think we're already in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
There's our waterline. There. We're trying to get it right because it's a pain in the ass. We'll get there. No, we won't be painting that. That's next year. Actually, So behind me is Zora. And as you can see, we have a waterline and we've done some fairing. We've also started putting on some of the running rigging as well. And I've cut off, so you can see here and here, there. There used to be those steel hull supports, so we've actually shored the boat up a bit better, and we've decided to cut those off. And actually it's a really nice step because those hull supports are one of the last kind of permanent fixtures. So the boat's now actually just, it can be picked up and put over in the water. There are still some holes from the old seacocks, but I have a fella coming in to do the welding on those because my welding isn't amazing yet. I can do kind of non-structural things, but right now these are really, really important because the water wouldn't go in. So the plan today is to get that guy running off the quay. If we want to deliver the boat up to the marina in about 8 weeks, maybe 10 weeks. So I need to get that running off the quay as best I can and have the wiring kind of tidy. But running into the cockpit, so it'll probably run around this way and up into the cockpit. And I'll probably use one of the window holes that Danny cut. I'm going to mount the gauges on plywood. I'm going to have the wire running down and in to the engine and have it running like that. And then once the boat's delivered and when I start fitting out, I'll do the wiring again down the line. But for now, it's just going to be running safely and just so I can motor the boat, basically. This is horrible. Just cuddling my engine. Trying to get the starter motor on. So I think I have all of the ignition system wired up properly. I've kind of put the gauges and stuff just on a plywood sheath just for now, just so that I can get it running and I can tidy that up later. But I'm about to run it on the quay for the first time and my wiring is right. I suppose I better get up and do some work. It's a nice day. So right now I'm sitting in an oven trying to get the rudder post out, because I don't know what the story is with the rudder and I don't know, what's there, and I just don't know it inside out, and it's one of those systems that you really do need to know inside out. So I'm taking it apart and I have to do the packing gland as well. Brewpeg did a really good video on how to do a stuffing box by fitting packing gland probably about 2 months ago, so I'm going to link that video. Go and watch that and you know what I'm up to. So I'm putting this is the stuffing box and then this is the rudder tube. I'm going to pull all this out and I'm going to assemble it all on the ground and just see what I have, see what I need to do and see what I need to improve. And then this is one of the last really, really big jobs before we go in the water, so that's really good. Try now.
There we go. You got it? Yeah.
Josh, and he's behind Stone Mad Films. And that's Matt. He's a bit weird. That's Simon. We all know Simon, and there's Luke. I think we all know Luke as well. And anyone who's been following me from the start knows that boat very well. And they know that I gave it away, and now they know that it's going anywhere.
Finally!
After 3 years.
Was it?
About between 2 and 3 years.
How long has he had it? 3 weeks.
3 weeks.